Jay got him. You notice how he trashed the Blakk rapper, but Logic was amazing. Did you just catch that?
Hey,
I seen that. I seen that. I kind of felt that way about it.
Logic half
YG and all his brothers were trash, but Logic, oh my god, incredible.
Because I was gonna ask my dad for his picks and just throw him off as mine. That way, if they ever try
bro,
to.
you fucking me up with this shit, bro. You keep saying my dad, and I keep thinking your actual dad, but you're talking about 619. Bro, you were fucking me up. Did you even watch the fight, bro?
On the fight. He ain't got one opinion on. Hold up. I want the fight.
For him to come back after so much turmoil, what a homecoming.
Yeah. Oh my god. And they gave you Iraqi assassin.
And then here he is right in front of my eyes.
But tell you, Tyson, will you sign my chest? Will you sign my chest, bro? You laying down right now? I can't tell. What the fuck is your face?
No, I'm with you. We have time to go home.
What are you doing?
I know.
You see that shit really cold when he's on his back, bro.
Laying down on a pack of DVDs and shit. What are you laying on? You tell me what that shit in the back.
I'm not laying on anything. I'm sitting in a camping chair, dude.
Wait, you're sitting in a fucking chair? How high is that shit piled up? What the fuck is that? I have so many goddamn questions. What is wrong with you? What is all that shit?
Don't worry about it.
That's not a backdrop.
Anyway.
No, like, what do you mean don't worry about it? This is a wall. There are walls behind everybody but you.
Laundry.
Yeah, it's a closet.
That's not a real wall.
No rubber, no Vaseline, baby. We back. Hard and raw.
Lock up your moms and the tequila. It's Wero and the Mexican. Hey, Daniel, you outdid yourself this time, bro. That was dope as fuck. I love it. Hey, I love how he just put Shinny on there, just getting fucking roasted. But I mean, not gonna lie, some of our best moments is roasting Shinny's nuts off. Yeah. So 619, I don't know where the fuck he at, but I'm not high, man. So these glasses right here, this is the second time 619 left these shits at my fucking house after an event. So this shit is mine now. I am not high yet, but I will be here soon, bro. I will be here soon. Yeah, so just waiting on 619. Yeah, look like Clutch's brother right now. Yeah, so
What's up, players?
bro, did you see that motherfucking intro? That shit was funny as fuck. He just got
I didn't see it.
Yeah, you're a bitch. Hey, he just got Shinny getting roasted. Bang, 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 bang. Just roasting the shit out of Shinny the whole time. I loved it. It was so
Poor
funny.
Shimmy. Poor Shimmy.
Poor Shimmy Gammy. So yeah, man, this is a recap. Also
Whoa. Before the recap, what do we rate the intro from season 1, 2? Where does it stack? Best one yet? I like the second one. My personal favorite so far is the second one.
I really like the second one. However, I think this is the best in terms of it's got the most clips, so you capture what the show is really about. And the show's about roasting a Shinny. That's just the whole point. Like when Daniel hit us up to do this podcast, he's like, "What do you guys want to do? Roast Shinny." And we roast, and in Shinny's defense, we roast plenty of people. There's just so much footage of us roasting him that we had to use some of it, I guess. Yeah. For sure. But yeah, these glasses, bro, you remember leaving these at my house?
Oh, I left my Gucci's?
Your fake ass Gucci's, bro. Hey, look. Y'all, look at these.
Did I leave? Turn to the side and show the Gucci.
Yeah, it's fake as fuck.
Woo!
Fake as fuck, bro. Hey, that's a marker. That's literally a marker. He wrote that shit in there, but fuck it. They're mine now. This is the second time, bro. The second time I take them. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I always leave something at your place, bro. I always leave something. Yeah.
Yeah. Normally it's used condoms. All those skonkas that you got sliding through the house all the time for no goddamn reason. Yep. So let's talk about the event, man. Let's talk about this event. This is a recap. So everybody knows this is a recap of the event that we had last weekend. The 26th, and it was a dope ass event. Yeah.
Historic
Let's
event.
So let's real quick. I've seen a lot of criticism about the cage itself, and it is completely warranted. That motherfucker was falling apart. So just what happened was last year when I built it, like I tacked all that shit together and it was solid. And before I went in this time, I just rammed up against the sides of the cage a couple times to I was like, okay, it's good, it held. But what I didn't take into account is all the swelling and contracting of the wood, and the nails weren't holding anymore. So that shit was just popping the fuck off, which is a pain in the ass. But I mean, I'll fix it next time. But it definitely added to the event, kind of a little bit. You know what I mean? It definitely added to the event. Yeah, the water damage.
There's something
weather damage.
There's something special about your wooden Hell in the Cell. Something special about that cage. Just produces absolute fireworks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. Because I modeled this cage after the sandbox, because it's small. It's the sandbox was 14 by 14, and the Hotbox is 14 by 15. Yeah. Hey, toss that comment up there. Broly's. Nah, the next one. That one's cool too. Yeah. It's not that it needs to get changed. I just need to tack it back up there again. I think Malik got mad. Because we'll discuss that in a minute.
Little work.
We'll definitely talk about that. So let's talk about the actual event, man. So first of all, like I tried to pre-match everybody. And the reason I tried to pre-match everybody is because I know a lot of people get excessive nerves, and they want to know who they're fighting. But the biggest thing, the most important thing, is because where'd 619 go? Did he leave for y'all too? But the most important aspect of that was we had a lot of people coming from out of town. A lot of people were flying across the fucking United States to be here, so we wanted to make sure that they had a matchup. So that's why we tried to pre-match everybody. Yeah. Why can't you answer it, Scorpio? Yeah. So, yeah. Is your internet good now, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got 5 bars perfect. I can hear you. It's the StreamYard keeps throwing me off.
It's not the StreamYard on me. It's definitely your potato ass internet. So we don't even make the list, Smoke. Okay, that's cool. I don't care though. Yeah. So talk about the event, man. This is your second time fighting at the Hotbox, right?
Yeah.
Are you?
My favorite location is the Hotbox. Me personally.
I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. But yeah, so next time you guys come out though, I will absolutely. All right, 619, he out. So I will absolutely have brand new sand in there, and we'll make sure all the wood slats and shit. I'm gonna rebuild the whole thing here. Probably not for the July and September events because those are boxing events. The hot box is July, September, and March, and the July event is going to be a heat index event, so it's going to be a tournament. So it'll be a tournament bracket. So a bunch of people come in, one person wins in each division. So and then the September event is a boxing mixer. So those are going to be all boxing. So I'm probably not going to be doing too much to the cage besides for, resecuring some of those slats and shit like that. And then By next March, though, I'm going to rip out all the sand, dig down a little bit, replace it with some AB and some landscaping fabric, and then put some more sand on there. So it should be much, much better. Yeah. What up, Diesel?
What's popping?
Yeah. So you popping? Yeah. No, that's cool.
Streaks.
I appreciate that because talking to myself is fun. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. How was the event for you? Like, let's hear somebody else's.
So for me, the event was dope as always. Obviously, all I remember, because I got there a little late, all I remember is I walked in and I hear a loud and I look, and then down goes Battleborn. Straight nut shot. I heard the cup get smacked so hard.
Oh, that was crazy legs.
Oh, no, down goes Battleborn. That's what I'm saying. Because he got hit right in the nuts.
Oh, sorry. So Battleborn got hit in the nuts as well. My bad. I forgot. I was thinking. So the crazy legs one is the one I saw. I didn't see.
Really?
Yeah, I was right above it. You could hear it. It was like crack. It was so loud. And Crazy Legs got hit in the nuts, and he just dropped. And I've been there. It sucked. Yeah, somebody in the chat that watched that, I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, because I could have swore it was Crazy Legs that went down.
Oh, well then I'm
and
tripping,
not
man.
Battleborn.
I could have swore it was Battleborn, but I guess I stand corrected.
Yeah, I don't remember him getting hit. Either I missed it but Free Smoke saying it doesn't look like it happened. So, yeah, it was.
Well, they both went down. So Battleborn went down with a shoulder injury. Remember that? So they both went down at separate times.
Okay, got you. But the cup hit, like you could hear it. That was like a gunshot. It was like crack. I don't know how he continued after that. That was scary. It was legitimately scary.
Dude.
Yeah,
super loud.
Yeah, and I remember Free Smoke looking up. He goes, "Low blow?" Like a question. I'm like, "Yeah, he about to crack that cup in half." Hell yeah, yeah, it was nuts.
Oh yeah, real quick, just for those who don't know, I'm helping out Daniel with co-producing the show from now on. So you guys are going to be seeing a lot more of me and hearing my voice in the background and whatnot. Just in case you're wondering why the fuck I'm on screen, because.
And for Locked In too, because I'm gonna grab him for that because it's so tough to produce and do all the shit at the same time as we, you know what I mean, all that stuff. So, all right, let's jump into it a little bit more. So here is my take on the event. I put it all together, ran it, organized it, and it was. At first, it was really, really fun, hitting everybody up, getting the matchups, and blah blah blah. And then the first few dropouts started happening. And they were, I mean, some of them within days of the matchup being made. And I was just like, well, fuck, okay. And then I kept going. And then more drops happened and more drops happened and more drops happened. And it was a little frustrating at first because I was like, I'm trying to match everybody up so they know what they're doing. And then they just keep fucking dropping. But after about the probably 8th drop, it started to come full circle. And I was like, you know what? Because at first it was irritating, and I realized I was getting in my own feels a little bit. And then I was like, you know what, fuck it. I don't have a problem with the drops. If you can't fight, you can't fight. It is no big deal. But when you're trying to schedule, I mean, we had 43 matchups and about 8 people on deck to be backups. And what happened was, come fight by fight day, I had probably 17 drops from the past. In the 2 months before fight day, I had about 17 drops. There's a lot of drops, but it ended up working out. Through some of those drops, we got some of the craziest matchups. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Brawley, who will be on the night, and Hitman Hamilton matched up because both their opponents dropped. One of them, they didn't show nothing. And yeah, so it is what it is. But yeah, we got some solid matchups because of that.
I noticed that it got to a point where you were just like, "Fuck it, I don't care. You're not gonna fight."
I just didn't.
Next, who's the next guy? Let's keep it going. Mm-hmm. Let's keep it pushing. Even at the event, there was a couple dropouts in person, and you're like, "You gonna fight? Yes, no, all right, boom, next guy."
Here's the thing. I'm I'm not there to make anybody fight. Like if you sign up and you show up and you decide not to at the last minute,
Right.
that's on you. I don't take that personally. You know what I mean? What I take a little personally is you signing up and then not saying anything and not showing up. That I take a little personally. That's frustrating because we just had all those people. Like we had one, actually probably 3 or 4 people show up ready to fight, and then their opponents just never showed, never called, never text, nothing. And several of them were like, "Hey, I'm on the way. I'm on the way." I got "I'm on the way" messages from like 3 people, and they just never showed. So, yeah, it's extremely stressful to run events. Like whoever was here can see I was just back and forth, just blasting away at just trying to keep everything organized, you know. And I was really entertaining the idea of trying to fight that event too.
Wow.
But Daniel told me, he goes, "I'm going to talk you out of that," and I'm glad he did. I'm like very, very glad he did, because I was thinking about because last year I did, and it's too much on my plate. You know what I mean? So way too much on my plate.
No, I feel that, dude. I feel that.
As far as the fights go, there are some absolute phenomenal displays of heart and athleticism in that cage that happened that weekend, and you guys will see that on video soon. But
isn't that kind of like what you wanted to build the Hotbox to be? You know what I mean? Like you get in there, it's all closed off. It's just you and the other guy.
So,
there's really no distractions from the crowd, you know?
Yeah, and that's the point. And a lot of people are like, "Why'd you build it with pallets and wood and stuff like that?" One, it's not as rough in there as you think it is. Like you think the wood's really rough, but it's fairly even. So when you smash up against it, you don't have any jutting portions smashing into you. It's now imagine how hard it is to do. Yeah, you can leave that. You can leave that down. That's fine. Oh, okay. Now imagine how. Oh, okay. Make up your mind. Don't tease me. So, the thing is though is, what I don't want is, I noticed a lot of people in the comments on YouTube, they talk about the surrounding people, like outside of the cages. You know, the smoke ranch, you can see right through the gates. The cages in Ohio, you can see right through. The sandbox, you can see right through. So I've always seen them talking about what's going on in the outside. And I thought about it, and I'm like, when I build this cage, I don't want that. Like, I want people to, like, if you see heads poking over the top, I really like that. I think that's cool. Kind of gives the little effect to it. But that's why there's no advertisements in the middle. Like, the Hotbox has sponsors, but we do not advertise in the cage. I refuse to do it. I don't want anything. I mean, we're all overstimulated with advertising anyway. You know what I mean? Right. So I try to keep it real subtle. But there will never be a flag or an advertisement or nothing hung in the Hotbox. Like, those pallet walls are what they will be staying forever. Because I like, when you watch that video, the 2 fighters and the ref are the only people you really pay attention to. I don't want it to take away from anything.
What's like one or two goals that you had in actually creating the Hotbox in the first place?
So my first and foremost goal in creating the Hotbox was, one, we needed a venue. That one just got shut down. I don't know if you guys remember, but the sandbox got shut down. And I called Martin and Alex, and both of them were like, "We have no clue where we're going." And I said, "You know what? I can probably hold an event." Back then it was December. I was like, but I could probably see about building a cage. And I just put my mind to, like, how do I build this cage? And then we got that done. And what I really just want is, I want people to have a good time. Like, that sense of community that I found in Street Beefs, with just the fact that everybody likes to fight a little bit. I really, really enjoyed that community, and I wanted that to stay. So the tacos, everybody's talking about the tacos. Like, we went out and we found the best food that we could possibly have, because besides the fighting and the camaraderie there, nothing brings people together like that. You know what I mean? Like, good food. So we definitely wanted to make sure we had that. And then just having a good time, man. Just having a great time. Like, that was the goal when I built the Hotbox. Now, afterwards, though, was train a team. there's a team. The Hotboxers are on the team, and a lot of them, they showed up and they showed out. A couple of them got their shit pushed in, but it is what it is. It's a fight. That's what happens. I mean, it was fun. It was fun watching it and being there.
Yeah, shout to the
Thanks.
Hotboxers.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and the problem that I have is with the Hotboxers, I want to be in their corners. You know what I mean? I want to help corner them, but I'm also running the event. And like I said, I don't know if you guys saw, but like I'm just back and forth trying to figure everything out. There's a lot to do, and I don't mind doing it. Especially the July and September ones will be much easier. So I don't mind doing that at all.
I just thought about something. Do you think that the fact that you run the Hotbox makes it easier for Zed and Martin in terms of lightening their workload? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I mean, real talk. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they didn't have. Yeah, bring him in, Zed. Yeah, Zed can vouch for me here. Like he didn't have to do anything really. You know what I mean? He showed up. Don't get me wrong. When he showed up, he put in his fucking work. He did exactly what he does, and he helped run the event. You know what I mean? But leading up to it, there was not much. Like I just sent screenshots to him of who was matched and all that shit, and it was pretty simple. Yeah, very, very simple.
Sure. No, there's a lot.
I was slanging that fucking laptop everywhere, bro.
No, where man, you had that thing going. I mean, everything was well organized. Even with matching people up at the event, like people, stoners there, weighed in. There was a really good system, and it just helped when you're organized. That it helps things run smooth, and it helps people have fun, and that's one of the goals, is to have fun and be there with your friends and watch awesome fights, and that's exactly what happened. So,
God, there were some awesome fights too, man.
Yeah.
There were some such good fights.
Sheesh,
yeah. Let's talk about your fight with Hell on Wheels.
All right, let's do it.
How was it? Now, unfortunately, I didn't get to watch a lot of these fights live. Like when I had the chance, I popped over and looked. I saw you guys. I saw your fucking hair fly in your face. You're You're throwing shots and cracking him and everything. And he was cracking you back. I saw probably 30, 45 seconds of the fight. Tell us about it.
Oh, man, it was fun. That first round, I think, was my favorite. I was just trying to get used to being in there, You can't really. He's so like active, and so when you're in the pocket permanently and you have an opponent constantly touching you, you can't really think. So at some point you're just like, okay, I got to make it work. I got to throw where I can throw, and so that's what I started doing. And man, he cracked me good so many times. Like in the second round, towards the end, there was one shot where I was like, it was like a ton of stars, and I'm like, okay, I'm covering up. I'm good. Don't.
How are those ribs though?
Did
he get you in the ribs?
Yeah, he cracks, man. The after party, I was pretty sore.
How? There was so much weed in your system. I don't know how you felt a thing. You were just.
That's why my ribs were very sore. My nose was I was sunburned on my nose.
Your nose was all black, dude. At the top there, it was like bruised.
Black.
Yeah, we thought you lost it.
It's still a little black in the inside, huh?
Yeah, I was surprised it didn't fall off, but it was fucking red, and Hell on Wheels. He cracks, man. He cracks, and anyone who gets a chance,
he's a goddamn character too. It doesn't matter where you're at an event. When somebody puts a camera in front of Hell on Wheels, you know exactly what's going on. Speaking of cameras, for anybody who doesn't know, the YouTuber Tommy G was there, and he got a bunch of footage. I mean, he got like 100 gigabytes of footage, just running around, doing all the things, and he's gonna put a documentary together. And also, I went up to his Airbnb and sat down with him and did a interview, so that'll be up too.
Yeah.
I don't know where, but I'll post the links when we get them. We'll share them around. The documentary is going to be pretty cool. He had a great time. I mean, he loved the feel. He finally understood, not finally, but he understood the the community I've been talking about. Because I mean, every single time somebody asks me why I do this, and it's for the community. Like it's a good group of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very good group of people.
For real.
Yeah, what we got? Yep. Yeah. So this is Tommy G. If you don't know his YouTube, he does documentaries. He's billed as he does the craziest documentaries on YouTube, and he does got some crazy fucking docs. And we're gonna be one of them. So Streetbeefs Westcoast made the list. It's not up yet, but it'll be up here in the next. If I had to guess, sometime in the next 2-3 weeks, something like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, and he was mad chill. He was super, super cool. Super cool. But yeah, and then we had Daniel in Hard to Fight. I know you guys have seen all the footage he's been dropping. Poor dude almost got killed. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, and he posted the clip, so I'm allowed to talk about it. E7 and Malik, is it Ogun or Ogun?
Ogun, I think.
I believe.
Ogun?
Yeah.
Okay. Malik and E7 had a boxing match. And one of them, I don't even remember who it was. Probably E7, I think. Just straight up 3-point stance and tackled the fuck out of Malik or whoever it was through the door of the cage. Tore the whole fucking cage door off. Like it was just like gone. E7? It's very, very E7-ish. Like he definitely.
E7 one that got pushed through.
He was. Okay.
Yeah.
But
they were
honestly, they were both doing it. Yeah, they were both, but definitely I'd see a pattern with E7. He loves to tangle people up and he loves to fight dirty. He fights very, very dirty. You know? And it's a fight. I don't think the shit he's doing is technically illegal. It's just frowned upon. But I don't know.
I mean, Samke gets pretty angry, man. So
yeah.
Hey, this will be a good match right here.
That'll be a good fight. Hey, Jimmy, keep your hands up. Like Malik cracks, bro. He fucking cracks. Like if he'd have touched E7 with one of those, that'd been lights out.
Man.
Yeah, keep those hands up, big homie.
Keep working, hands up.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
What the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah, that was it right there. Like, I don't think you guys understand. Two dudes he straight up football tackled him through the cage door. And when I say through the cage door, I don't mean it opened up and they fell out. I mean the entire cage door blasted off the hinges and landed on our one and only Daniel. Like, bowled him over. Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like the number of exciting moments that happened at this event were fucking insane. You know, I mean, No Love's KO, which he posted. There's a dope ass picture. Like there is a dope ass picture of three of these guys on the.
You want to run the No Love, the No Love KO after you explain it? Go ahead, finish.
Yeah, run that No Love KO. But one of the coolest pictures I've ever seen is just 3 or 4 guys sitting on my roof, and all of them have super bright colored clothing. Have you guys seen that? That's a fucking dope picture. Yeah, I wish we had it right now. It's somewhere. Yeah, play that. Let's see if I can find it.
And it's bittersweet because I fuck with both of those guys so tough.
Oh yeah, I love me some Clutch, man. He's such a cool dude. It's tough. It's tough watching the homies get popped. Like Compa G is my dude. Okay, Coyote is my dude. But watching one of my dudes tune up the other one of my dudes is like, it's impressive to watch Coyote do what he does. You know what I mean? Like, it's very, very impressive. And I wouldn't put a whole bunch of guys up against him thinking that those guys would win. I just wouldn't. He's very, very impressive. But yeah, Ryu. That's funny. Yeah, the Canadian. He's such a turd. I wonder if we'll ever. I wonder if we'll ever see him back. Did you guys see his fucking video? Like, did you see the movie he made?
Yeah, I saw the fucking movie, bro.
Yeah,
I saw that shit.
He made this fucking movie where he kills and rapes this girl and
he grapes
this girl.
You gotta say grape because we'll get shut down if we say the R word.
I thought the R word was retard. What can't
another R word?
What
you can't
we say? Oh my god!
You can't say grape. You can't say corn with the P.
From like a month ago, saying I was back in Compa. Yeah, yeah. Cody's funny, bro. I bet he went through all the fucking comments and liked or sad faced or laughed at everybody who had Compa.
There's a good question. I mean, Jimmy Fit wants to know: did he put up a better fight than Compa and BD Dub?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Yeah, no. I don't know.
No, Compa and BDW went 5 rounds. And BDW cracked back. Like, he absolutely touched him back. Compa touched him back. Jimmy, what'd you do? 2 rounds? Two rounds?
Two.
And never really touched him? So, yeah. I mean, just keeping it real, man.
According to Jimmy, though, if it was a 5-round fight, he would have done better, even though he only made it to the second round of a 3-round fight.
Yeah.
So that's...
Yeah, I don't know.
Jimmy Fit math?
I don't know. Yeah, that's quick maths. But yeah, so Alex, Bushido Zed, you've been to dozens of events at this point. I think this one was huge, and I love that shit. I love how big this event was. Do you think it was bigger than the OG Invasion event?
It's hard to say, man. The OG Invasion had just more cross branch, so it's hard to top that. It's hard to top.
Yeah,
that.
But I don't think it was. I don't think it was bigger than the OG event. But I had somebody tell me, like, this is the biggest event, and I'm like, what about the OG event? And they're like, no, even that one. I was like,
It was like, yeah, it was peak at that point where it was like, it felt like that. There's so many Scrapyard, OG, West Coast, and everybody was vibing, and it was just really, it happened, and it happened in the chat beforehand, and it's still happening in the chat now, and it's really cool to just see that mix of cultures.
Is everybody still in there just vibing?
Yeah.
Well, it's because every time we have an event, we make and then we delete a new chat. So right now we're on like the most recent chat, and it's pretty vibing, but it's probably gonna get deleted soon.
Yeah, I got to drop out. Like, I got so much shit to do, man. I can't just be chilling in these events all the time, or the event chats, because they get busy, bro. They get real busy.
They get, but it's really time. Really cool, even if you don't participate, to read the chat a little bit and see all the branches,
So let's talk about Ryu and Shinny's fight. Let's talk about that. So now I would like to make a formal apology to everybody who's a fan of combat karate, because I thought it was going to be shit. I was like, that sounds fucking boring. Come to find out, it's pretty goddamn cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty neat.
That was a good ass fight. I think the styles make the matchups, especially in something like KC, because if they're too similar in style, it's just gonna be like boom, boom, back and forth, like no action.
Yeah.
What style would you say Ryu had against Shinny?
He was a heavy pressure, heavy high accuracy, high volume.
Right? Bro, I did not expect that.
Yeah.
He just didn't know what to do. He just didn't know what to do.
Yeah, he absolutely didn't know what to do with him. And we give Shinny a lot of shit, but we do love Shinigami. But yeah, Ryu came with it, bro. Like, he really did. Like, wait till you guys see this fight. This is a cool ass fight. Yeah. And speaking of the fights, we are working on the edits. I'm adding some new shit to it. That's why it's taking so long. But definitely see that first access. Go get that first access so you get a chance to watch the video. You can watch them all right now. And I believe I'm poor, so I didn't buy the first access, but I believe Hard to Fight has the multiple angles of all the fights too. I missed that right over Shin. That was okay. So can we talk about how this dude was passed out for a hot minute? Bro, he just laid down in the gym and just passed the fuck out. Like 3/4 of the way through the event. And I go to, there are 2 angles of the fights. Okay, that's dope. I go to Bushido Zed and I'm like, where is my phone? You filmed with my phone. Where's it at? Because this girl came and gave me the charging block back, but I didn't have the phone. So I'm going around looking for my phone for like 20 minutes. And I'm like, fuck. Like, because that phone had fights on it. And the last thing I want to do is lose a phone with some fights on it. And couldn't find it. It's in Smoke's pocket. He's passed the fuck out.
I remember that. I was there sleeping. Bro. I was sleeping at the same time during the Odin fight, the E7 fight.
A lot of y'all was in that room.
The relief,
taking a chill,
the relief in your voice, it was like you had just, I don't know, but it was, you sounded so fucking relieved when you found that.
Yeah, but because literally there's nothing in that phone that's that serious except those fights. That's the only thing in there that was that serious. Everything else is pretty much stored on iCloud, so I don't care. But I don't store my photos and videos on iCloud. I just load them to my Google Drive, and I was just like, "Book." That made me nervous as shit.
Nervous, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it makes me very nervous. So yeah, it was all in all. I think it was a dope event. It popped off really well. I'm super stoked to do the next one next year. Like we're gonna do a big event. But July and September, we'll be here in Arizona.
Free Smoke was so fucking high,
bro. Yeah, he was so done. He was so done. Yep.
I had edibles coming at me from all angles, bro. I was like, edible here, edible here, edible here.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, I was higher than I ever been in like the last 5 years.
Yeah, I was pretty ripped at the after party, but I didn't partake. I took one tiny hit of somebody's blunt. I can't remember whose it was. I think it was Crazy Legs. One tiny hit of a blunt, and I was like, okay, because my body was aching. I'm like, let me take the edge off just a touch. Like this shit hurts. And
tacos, my God.
And then somebody's like, hey, come announce this fight. And I walk in there and I'm like, what in the fuck am I doing right now? And then at the end, they were like, now announce the winner. And I'm like, split decision, when it was not a split fucking decision. I was so done. I was like, God damn, I fucked that all up.
Oops.
And I was like, okay. Yeah, I was like, okay.
Decision and raised both arms?
I just raised both arms. It said split decision. I was so fucking high.
It was a split decision draw.
Yeah, it was a draw, but that's what I was getting at. But yeah, I fucked that all up. Yep. Yeah. So, yeah. Where the fuck is 619? He's just, I guess his internet just ain't having it on his phone right now, huh?
He said, "Fuck
it is what it is." Hey, who we got Brawley and Hitman Hamilton on tonight. Has anybody seen them?
I know Brawley's in the chat. Hamilton's also in the chat. I think.
Okay. Hey guys, jump on. Let's chop it up about this event.
What were some of the challenges for this event?
Challenges. Well, yeah. So the dropouts are a big thing, but also I have a small house and it's a piece of shit. So I have to make it available to everybody, but I also have to make it, I got tools and I got so much shit all over the place that I have to kind of corral everything and then make it to where people can walk and do their thing, because it's a 100-year-old house and I've been doing construction on it for a hot minute, like for 4 years. Like that gym, you guys saw the gym back there. I've been building that gym for about 7 months now. It was framed 4 years ago, but it's just been storage for tools and materials. And then like 6-7 months ago, I decided it was going to be a gym. So we put it together and made it happen. But logistically speaking, matchups are probably the biggest pain in the ass. You know what I mean? The biggest challenge. Everything else kind of just worked out, like the taco truck. I put a staff group together. Everything else just kind of worked out. My girlfriend Heather and I really dug into to make everything, good. Thanks, Talk. I appreciate it, man. I put a lot of work into that gym, and Viking Warrior did his fight, and then I'd walk into the gym. Every time I walked in the gym, he was working out. He's doing fucking kettlebell swings, he was doing dips, and fucking hitting the bike. That man was just constantly working out. So yeah,
he just can't help it. He's always. Hey, you said that some of the matchups were frustrating. Speaking of matchups, what was your favorite? Couple of your favorite fights, matchups, or otherwise? So,
and I'll use this to preface the two guys that we got in the back right now. So for the Hotbox gave out fight of the night awards, like performance of the day or whatever, and I gave out medals for that. And in the contention for that, 619 and Talk were absolutely in contention for that. That was such a banger of a fight, and 619's my boy, so I get emotional when he's fighting anyway. Right. And then El Ghost and Tarzan was, when you guys see this fight, it's very rare that you see two men put this much into a fight. They put everything in that fight. Like, these guys were fighting like they were fighting like it was Dana White's contender. Like, they were fighting for a contract, bro. It was nuts. And then WA versus the Lost One was an absolute banger. Yep. So yeah, there was a lot of fights, but Hitman and Blakk. Broly, I don't know. We're gonna ask him when he comes on. He always say we pronounce it wrong, and I know we do.
And with that, let's get these guys in here.
Yeah.
Yo.
Gentlemen, what's cracking?
What's going on?
So, you guys won the Performance of the Day award. You guys got your medals, and I'm gonna let it slide. You're not wearing them right now. Like, when I gave them to you,
no, I was thinking that.
I pictured you wearing them everywhere. Like, shower,
I'm not even at the crib, bro.
I'm not even at my house, man.
Nah. Oh yeah, how you pronounce your name? Is it Broly or Broly?
It's Broly Blakk, yeah.
Broly Blakk, okay.
With 2 Ks.
Broly.
Yeah, Broly Blakk with 2 Ks, no C.
Okay, got you. Because I see it with a K sometimes, 2 Ks, whatever.
Nah, if you look at my Instagram, it's Broly. It's spelled the way,
Yeah, okay. I'll make sure I spell that shit right when I edit those videos. Yeah. So you guys had an absolute vicious fight. And you guys are cool now, right? Like, everybody cool?
It's my brother right here.
My guy. What you talking about?
Okay. Good. So then I'll bring it up. Broly, you tap gloves and yoke this motherfucker in his mouth immediately, bro. The moment those gloves touch, he said, boom, and just rocked him in the mouth. I was sitting there watching, and I was like, oh, what the fuck did you do that for?
I mean, I think it was more like I was coming in ready. Like, I was more so just like ready to get that third round in. And I think I came in like, I don't know if I was ready to touch gloves really, but I was really just ready to like bang. I had one idea in my head, which is like this cross, and just throwing that cross, and I used it, and that's all I could think about. I didn't know what happened. It was a couple of times I blacked out, like when I almost got spoke in the back of the head when I dazed him. So
yeah, hey, y'all dazed each other a couple times, man. Like, when you guys see this fight coming out, this is nuts. And this is not two guys like, so when you look at Tarzan and El Ghost, that's two guys at about 160, 170 cracking each other. This is two guys at 200 to 203 cracking each other. There's a big difference.
No, did you see this man's chest and his arms? Bro,
that's all gas.
I'm telling you, the side of my head was sore for about 5 days.
Dude, that's nuts. Yeah, bro, y'all was just wailing on each other, like haymaker after haymaker, and they were connected too. It was nuts, bro.
It made my eyeball bleed. I didn't even know that was like a thing, bro.
I didn't even know I could do that.
Yeah, I didn't know. My pops was like, "Yo, who fucked you up?" I was like, "Yo, what?"
Man, he sent me the video. He's like, "Shout out Broly" in the group chat. I'm like, "Fuck."
Yeah, that's nuts.
I've never seen two people hit each other so hard in my life.
Yeah, it was absolutely insane. So, all right, Broly, this is your second event, correct?
Yes.
And your first one was at the Smoke Ranch.
Yeah.
And you had, who did you fight at Smoke Ranch?
Unknown. Yeah.
Unknown. Yeah. And
he was 18-3.
Bro, that's a tall fucking order, fighting Unknown. That is a tall order. And
He
it
was
don't matter
actually
how
gonna
many
be-
fights you have.
That was my coach's matchup. He was gonna fight my coach, Nobody. And then when my coach didn't, he couldn't make it. I ended up taking his fight. So.
Got you.
So nobody's your coach. He's also a fighter, right?
Yeah, he's also my fighter, but he's actually like the person who got me into like boxing. He got me into my kickboxing. He taught me a lot of my technique and a lot of the stuff I got into as well as Duva. He got me into my jiu-jitsu and my kickboxing.
Awesome.
He taught me a lot. And he got me really like prepared for my first fight. But I didn't use as much of my jiu-jitsu as I did my hands, I guess. My boxing was in there.
So you're up there, or do you consistently train with 50-50 and those guys?
Yeah, just about every weekend for like the last 6 months. I've trained with them.
Yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on you, fam. We definitely gonna keep an eye on you. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So you fought at Smoke Ranch. How are you enjoying Streetbeefs Westcoast so far? Like, this is your second event. You just got in here. How do you feel about the entire thing?
Honestly, I think when I first started training with the guys from 50-50, I initially just like, I was preparing myself to like, just be around a bunch of fighters, and I thought it was just gonna be like a regular, like, just like a bunch of fighters that just want to fight, and nobody's gonna be getting along. Everybody's looking at each other like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to beat you."
Just a dick measuring contest at all times.
Exactly, a dick measuring contest. That's all it was gonna be, and but actually,
you don't want those problems. You don't want those dick measuring problems. I feel you.
Exactly.
I'm not mad at you.
But
they don't want the problem.
It turned out to be a brotherhood, and everybody I've met through this entire community has turned out to be like some of the dopest guys. Like, I'm actually getting ready to train with some of the guys from Syndicate because I'm out here in Vegas. So getting some working with them would actually be pretty good, like, because they're fucking beasts. That's one thing I'll say for sure, because I've seen them and I've seen their work, and I was a fan long before I started Street Beefs.
Yeah, I've called a couple of their fights at Rage in the Cage, some of the Syndicate guys, and they're Free Smoke, help me out, man. Montrell is fucking phenomenal. That dude is he's so good at Muay Thai, it's ridiculous. Like, he's very, very calm and composed, but just a fucking beast at the same time. Like, he really is. So if you get a chance to spar with Montreal, absolutely take it. You learn a lot. Yeah.
Man, Free Smoke was looking like a fucking Greek god in his last fight, bro.
Man.
Completely ripped and shredded.
Yeah, especially that first round. That first round was probably the best I've ever seen of him. Like, he was very, very good. That second round was a little rough because his opponent Noah found his range and his timing, and he kind of picked up on a couple of Smoke's patterns. But in the third round, he had it too, though.
Anyways, enough about Free Smoke.
Yeah, fuck Free Smoke.
Hey, I have a question for Hitman. Speaking of the
shout out, my boy.
Speaking of that's the homie. Speaking of the vibes at the event, Hitman, how did you? Hate to put you on the spot, but how did you like the vibes at the West Coast as opposed to the vibes on the East Coast?
It was cool, man. It was I don't know. It was like every time I pull up, like, I don't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've only been fighting like 1 year, and I don't even train in the gym. Like, everything by myself with heavy bag, jump rope, like just the dolo life. I don't have a corner or nothing. Like, I think I lost 3 different cornermen like within 12 before my fight. Like, so I don't know. The energy was dope. Like, the fact that I was even chilling with Broly like that before we got matched up was weird. Like, we were just vibing. I'm like, yeah, where do I do that? And he's like, yeah, I don't know where my dude's at either. I'm like, yo, I hope I get a fight. Like, I spent a rack. And he's like, yeah, you spent a rack? Like, where you from? And then, we were just chilling, and Wero came out the shed talking about, yo, your next opponent is Broly. I was like, all right then.
Whoa.
This man met my father.
Did you say shed? That's the gym, fam.
Oh, damn.
You just called it the shed?
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's what we call him on the East Coast. I meant Mansion.
All right. I fuck with it again.
But no, the vibe is, it's all that, bro. I see why Ryu wants to get traded. It's nice over here.
Yeah, and we want Ryu to get traded, too. I'll find you a job out here, Ryu. You just let us know.
Shout out Ryu, by the way.
Yeah, shout out Ryu, for sure. But yeah, so Hitman, Hard to Fight had a question there a minute ago. What convinced you? Like, what made you? Because you signed up late as fuck. You signed up like 2 weeks out or some shit like that. What all of a sudden made you like, hey, I'm gonna take this event?
I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, I look at myself a certain way. Like, even though I haven't been in the fight game a minute. Like, I know what I got in here. I know, like, I'm real athletic. I know I come with it. So I see myself at the top. You know what I mean? And this was an all-star event. So you put 2 and 2 together. I just felt like I belonged there. You know
so you said, okay, I fucking feel that. I like it. That's a dope ass answer right there.
Yeah, you can get. Yeah, that'd be sick. If the more people on the West Coast, the better. Especially, people with heart like yours, bro. That shit. That performance. You guys both put on such a crazy ass fight. Like,
appreciate that, bro.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That was like when you guys see this fight, you'll know. Like these two gentlemen went in there with just the worst, and actually, it really wasn't even the worst intentions.
It ended up that way.
It ended up that way.
It's a little bit. Just a little.
Bro, both y'all, I was just like, I think there's a part where you were just cracking the shit out of each other right beside, like right under me, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
and then as soon as you touch gloves,
I think I watched it like 5 different times, right?
Fucking
so
yoke.
The first time I'm like, yo, I definitely won that shit. Then second time I'm like, damn, bro, he fucked me up. Then third time I'm like, no, that's a draw. Fourth time and fifth time, I'm like, I need to work on my fucking defense, bro. But other than that, like, yo, that shit was a literal movie. I blacked out. I don't even know what happened until after the fight.
Yeah, it was like a couple of things I didn't remember either. I think it was also because of the blunt force.
The brain damage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you guys fucking each
I ain't
other
gonna lie.
up.
Yo, Broly got a chin on him, bro, because, like, when every other person I touched with any of those shots, they was like, yo, I'm going to need a timeout. Like,
yeah, I was like standing, but, you know, training.
Both of y'all got chin. Both of y'all got chin.
I'm about to say, shit, I got a chin. He damn near knocked me out at the end of the first. I didn't see that shit coming.
I nearly got knocked out, and I was just watching.
Right? So, okay. And real quick, you guys don't do... You guys don't do an after party, do you? Like over there on the East Coast?
Nah, it's like very much everyone just pulls up to do their job. We vibe at the event, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still good vibes. Like, everyone's chilling, laughing. You got food. You know, dudes are smoking. I think they changing that, but we used to be smoking out there, chilling. You know, it hasn't really come up yet, but I'm sure we're going to get some type of after activities, you know, going at some point.
Good, because we tried to do it when we went out, too. We tried to do an after party with everybody, and we had our own little after party, but there wasn't a lot of East Coast guys. Demon Monsoon was there, Wicked was there, a couple other guys, but it wasn't.
I usually
really
got homies in DC.
Yeah.
I usually pull up to like DC, Baltimore, and like I do my own thing. So we could just organize some shit next time.
Yeah, organization I think is the biggest part of it. You got to make it a part of the event from the inception of the event. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's what West Coast is just super adamant that shit happens. Everybody loves. Yeah, we do. It's such a cool time. That Airbnb was dope. There's always 100.
That crib was stupid.
The after party was its own event.
Nice. I mean, I'm not gonna talk too much about what happened that night, but it was...
yeah. We go. What happened at the after party?
One could almost say it was sensational.
Yeah,
it was very sensational.
What's that mean? That's a meme, isn't it? Sensational. Yeah. Oh fuck, that's funny.
Thanks,
woo! Shout out Sensation. Shout out Sensation. Yeah, some good times. He had we damn sure had some good times there.
But I mean, thanks to Shinny.
Huh?
He was mixing up those drinks.
Big thanks to Shinny, because he made that.
Shout out to Shinny.
Unforgettable, but forgettable at the same time.
Yeah.
We needed the alcohol that night for sure.
Man.
Hey, you know what?
Every time we took a shot, that shit was burning on my lip. I had like 11 holes in my shit. Like,
man, we was talking about that, and then I think it was Wero that made the comment about I think this is the only place you can listen to two grown ass men talk about how they can't eat soup after a fight. Like ate soup.
Sounding like bitches.
Hey, what'd you take me out for? Who fucking take me out? What the hell's wrong with you?
I didn't take you out. I took your chair. The chair was sitting there all lonely.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be there. I got something I gotta send. I gotta send this to you. I took a special picture of one of our guests while he was at the after party, and we're gonna post that shit right now. I gotta find it. I forgot about it until like right now.
I'm kind of. What is it?
Yeah, no, you should be a little nervous about it. Yep, you should be a little nervous. Diesel, check the.
Oh, he's about to do me dirty.
Yep.
Damn.
Where's he at?
All right, everybody.
Who's it gonna be?
Full disclosure.
Who's it gonna be, chat? Well, I upload it.
No, don't check the group chat. Check your personal chat. I just sent it to your personal chat.
No, I know. I'm asking the chat. Who's it gonna be?
Yep, right. Check your personal chat and post that shit. That's our boy right there. When it comes through, you'll see what it is. Yeah, you should be because it's you.
God damn it!
Yep, that's what happens. You come out party too hard on the West Coast, man.
Oh, fuck me, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even want to.
There you go. You got it? Yeah, Diesel, it went through.
Yeah, I got it. I just gotta hold up. Just
okay.
Give me a sec here.
Where's that? On Facebook?
Huh? I sent it to his. I sent it to his Facebook Messenger. I haven't posted or done anything. I was waiting for the right moment, and I feel like it just struck me right now. This is what happens when you come out here and party on the West Coast. You think you can hang with the big. You think you can hang with the big dogs, fam.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, Diesel, you got it? Is it loaded?
I didn't see it yet.
I'm not. Hold on.
Man.
Yeah, I don't see it.
It's uploading to my drive right now, so as soon as it gets in there, I'll freaking throw it up.
I'll put that shit up there real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and throw it up because it's taking me a little minute.
Yeah, I might just toss it up there. I'll load it real quick. Let me see. Anyways, yeah. So if anybody doesn't know, like we're talking about right now, we do a big old after party after the event, and it's pretty dope.
It was the dopest. It was the dopest for sure.
Amazing. Pretty fun.
Got to know everybody a little bit better. Got to let loose, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's so in my opinion, that's where the community's built.
Yeah.
Like right there at the after party is where the community that we all love is built. Because when I first started going to these Streetbeefs events, you would go and the tension that's there, you cut that shit with a knife. I seen it on the East Coast too when I was out there. Pretty much every branch I've fought in, they all have that little bit of that little tension. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
that right there.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's dope. So you take that tension, and then as the day goes, it tends to dwindle a little bit, and that tension's replaced by an energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That energy that everybody is watching a fight, everybody's in a fight, and then you got people, you know, everybody's dapping each other up, like after their fights and everything. Like that was awesome. So you'll watch two guys fight, and then they exit the cage, and they, without a doubt, almost every single time end up right next to each other talking about what just happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's where the foundation of this community starts. And then when you hit the after party and everybody's chill, the adrenaline's gone, everybody's tired as fuck, we just want to get drunk, get high, and kick back. That's when it's really, really the everything just kicks off there completely.
And get high we did.
Oh my God.
Surely.
Yeah, that shit was nuts. That shit was absolutely nuts.
Nah, like everything was fast though, for real. Because like, I feel like you only met one day, like that after party really like sold the roots in. You know what I'm saying? Like, feel like family now. Like that next morning breakfast was hilarious. I wish that you could make Wero. Oh my God, that shit was hilarious.
Wait, which one? What happened?
Nah, the next morning breakfast was stupid. Like we just so many quotable moments. Like Jay got the quote of the year. Like our food was hella slow, and he just kept saying, "Man, these niggas don't respect us, bro."
No respect, huh?
Yo, just no respect. Like, just it's the quote of the year now. But
yeah,
a lot of good times, man.
Warrior.
Yeah, That's you know what? I didn't when y'all was saying that in the group chat. I didn't get it. And then respect, I didn't get it. But I get it now. That's fucking funny.
You got to do that.
Hey, so this right here.
I wish I could.
Attention. This right here is what happens when you come out to the West Coast thinking you can fucking party. At the fucking event.
He was
in the middle, like, chilling and partying. Guess who got his dick in his hand? Guess who got his dick in his hand? Bro, look at him. Look at him holding on to that motherfucker for dear life.
That boy was
holding firm onto the Johnson. Wow.
I mean,
most bus.
In your defense, though, you might have thought somebody was about to steal that motherfucker from you. Because
Facts. I was playing defense, bro.
Yeah, word on the street.
Word on
He put the D in defense, bro.
I was trying to duck that reach around. You feel me? I was trying to duck that reach around.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, man,
I should have known it was me off the rip. I'd be sleeping soon.
Fuck yes, you, bro. Bro, he stayed awake. He hung out with the adults, man.
Yeah,
bro. I woke up and there was like 30 niggas around me being like, "Yo, look at the TV. We watching this shit." I'm like, "What? What's going on?"
Not what? Like he was knocked out. We all ran in there talking about some. Hey, we're about to watch the fight. He just woke up to us watching the fight.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So and then another thing about the after party.
In my defense, in Jersey, it was like 4 a.m. All right, in Jersey, it's 4 a.m. That's my defense.
No, that's facts, dude. I felt that too because I'm in Texas, it was 3 a.m. at that time.
I was.
Are you speaking of Texas? Are you going to? Up, bro. Are you gonna start doing some of the Dirty South events with Nasty Native?
Well, I just signed up today for their April event. He says that anyone who signs up gets a fight, so I'm assuming that's a yes.
I can sign up still.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's in Texas, San Antonio.
Wait, the April event?
No.
Yeah, so it's a different branch. So Streetbeefs Dirty South is in Texas. We are Streetbeefs West Coast. Washington has Streetbeef Scrapyard, and the OG yard is in Virginia. Yeah, so there's 4 different active branches. Yeah. You should go out there and fight. Go get you a fight out there in Dirty South. Yeah, make the rounds. I made the rounds. It really is awesome to go out there and get a feel for everybody's different styles and vibes and energy. It's a different energy. Everybody almost died. The heat out there in Texas was just absolutely stupid. It was so dumb. I couldn't believe how bad it was. Like Dangerous and I were literally carrying dudes to the showers and sitting them down in the showers to just get cool off. Guys are throwing up, you know what I mean? And they didn't. I mean, some of us didn't even do anything in that cage, and we're fucking super hot still coming out, man. I can't imagine being one of the guys who went 3 hard ass rounds. That was nuts.
Imagine living in that weather every day. It sucks, dude. I'm right by, like I'm in the same type of weather as that, and I take a shower, I step out, and I already immediately need to take another shower because I'm sweaty.
Yeah, you just wet. Yeah, I was raised in Florida, man. I know how it is. Like the humidity.
Yeah,
it's disgusting. Like you're always wet all the time, and I know that sounds like a good thing, ladies, but it's not.
Even in Jersey, is it humid, ain't it?
Yo, honestly, I thought that was gonna be an advantage because like that dry heat is like it sucks, but when the air around you is hot, like that's how it is in Jersey, bro. And the Virginia fights are the same way. Like you feel like you're in a swamp. So the dry heat really wasn't that bad, to be honest. The sand fucked me up a lot more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm hearing a lot about the sand. I will get that fixed. So
it's not even a fixed thing. It's like it's sand. Like y'all did it on purpose. It's different. It's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, I think I'm gonna figure something out. I gotta figure something out. Maybe wet it down every fight. Something. I don't know.
Yeah, I would like to make that an excuse, but the sand really didn't play a part. It was just like a different thing to deal with.
It got to some people though. It did get to some people, which is understandable.
MMA.
Yeah, the MMA guys, some of them had their faces down in it. And I mean, we always use sand. It's not like the Hotbox is the only one that doesn't use sand. You know what I mean? Everybody almost always uses sand over here.
That was one of Unknown's biggest things. When he was fighting against me, he brought up the sand that he got in his eye against one of his other opponents, and he told me that he didn't want me to get sand in his eye. And I was like, All right, man.
Wait, like before the fight?
You're all
before the fight. I'm just like, I mean, all right, bro. I mean, we're fighting in sand, so I'll try.
Bro,
not
that's that's kind of funny though. That's kind of funny. Hey man, I know we're gonna fight and everything.
It's a level, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of that fight, I watched that shit, bro. Your striking is stupid because Unknown is really good, and you was piecing him up most of that fight until he choked you out. That was just like you was doing your shit. I was very impressed with
kept trying to wrestle me, honestly.
Bro, that falling right hook was nasty, bro. Like when he was slamming you the second time, you said,
"Yeah, you got
hands." Yeah, he does. He damn sure got some hands. Yeah, you gonna?
Yeah, I got a lot of. Huh?
I think it's great that you partnered up with Duva because now you never have to fight him. But you go damn sure be a force to be reckoned with, though.
I have it the worst because I have to spar him, and if I ever so much as think that I will ever surpass him, he will show me that I can't.
He said, I gotta fight him all the time.
Shoulders, doing a rear naked, but he had me with like my face to his chest, and he just had me right here and just like locked it, and pulled back,
like a snuggle struggle. Like a snuggle
struggle. Shout out to Duva, by the way. He was the only other dude
cheek to cheek, bro. He just.
Yeah,
you said, what'd you say, Hitman?
Shout out to Duva. No, I'm just saying shout out Duva because he just fought Jake Gotham and he was like, yeah, I mean, I'll do it. I'm like, you crazy, bro. But
yeah, honestly, I
Duva's an animal.
Jake Gotham's fight too, and I'm just like, my coach is about to fight Jake Gotham. I'm like, oh shit, okay. And my coach made him fucking tap out after 2 rounds. I was like, okay, I got a coach that could do something like that. Fuck.
Duva's probably one of the most well-rounded, but also aggressive and just vicious dudes that we have in Street Beefs. He's an animal, a fucking animal.
I'm gonna speak on this because I got a lot of hate on the the guys
the internet
talking to me. That backhand when I was trying to like throw a jab, but like I was trying to throw it out, but I was tired and I ended up
like a slap jab, yeah.
Yeah, it came out like a backhand. I don't know why I did it though. I
saw that.
But that was actually
of all the things you did in there, that's the last one you got to answer for, fam. He said, "Hey, touch gloves, gotcha, bitch."
I ain't gonna lie, he woke me up with that shit though. I was like, all right,
dude,
let's go. We going to war.
I just remember, like, you looked up at me too, because I was to your right. I was to Hitman's right, and he goes, "Ugh," like that. I was like, "Oh shit, he's tired of getting punched in the face right now." Because you kept like 3 times you touched his glove and yoked him, but then one time, like maybe the 3rd time, he'd seen it coming. He was like, whoop, he slipped it though. It was a clean slip. I mean,
yeah,
it
was a clean slip.
Working on my head movement. That's facts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was dope. It was dope. Yeah, it was a fucking awesome event, man, and I absolutely can't wait to do it again next year.
Yeah. I was sitting on the roof with you when they went through the fence, and I your face, and all I'm just like, man, Wero's just like, fuck, not the fence. And we were just talking about how we should fix it up, or stuff like, probably redo it, and then next thing you know, there goes the door.
Yeah, which honestly, the door, like I plan on rebuilding the cage anyway because I want to put some blocks down at the bottom to help stabilize the walls a little bit, but. As soon as I can't think of a better way for that cage door to be torn off than a boxing match. Than a boxing match with a tackle in the middle of it. Yeah, it was pretty dope. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to edit that one for sure. I'm pretty excited for it. Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
As payment, it's not free to watch the channel anymore. If you want to watch, you have to drop a like and you have to subscribe as a gentleman's agreement. So let's get those likes up. We got 21 viewers, only 4 likes. We need to get those likes up so we can hit the algo hard. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Also, anybody paying attention, the first access again, you guys make sure you check out the first access. It's like $10. You can watch all the fights from 2 different camera angles. Yeah,
it's really cool. That makes a big difference when it comes to
Lil Mac, what's up, big homie?
What up, Mac?
There's your nemesis there, Diesel.
It's my son.
Not after what he did to you in that fucking cage this weekend, fam. Woo!
No, that shit was not.
You
That was
cannot
not.
say
It was not. It was not one sided. It was back and forth. He took the third. He took the third round. Yeah, but the other 2 rounds could have been called a draw.
Nah. You definitely ain't sonning him. That's for sure. We'll see the.
Well, he's been my son since the face-off. What do you mean?
No.
Yo,
maybe as far as like media goes, like you definitely got him 10-8 as far as media goes, but
that's what sticks.
In that cage, bro.
That's what sticks because boxing is his thing. He's not used to the media, and I caught him in there. So like that's what people laugh at. It's no one wants to be laughed at. You feel me? See, here we go. He knew what he was looking at. No, but I felt it in there in the cage. I knew he was taking it. You know what I'm saying? I knew he took the fight before they called it. I wasn't in any type of what's it called? I wasn't deluded or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Delusional. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew what I was watching while I was fighting.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you can kind of feel it. Like sometimes you can feel it. Like sometimes I'll feel it. I'm like, damn, I'm getting tuned up right now. And then sometimes you go back and watch the video and you're like, I wasn't. But then sometimes you were.
Right. No, that's a fact. I felt it really, really tough in the E7 fight.
Yeah.
Even more so than the Mac fight. That was like really hard to deal with. But
yeah, E7, he hangs on people a lot.
It's the life.
Hanging on people. Yeah.
Getting hit is weird though, because like that shit doesn't really hurt. Like hurt is the wrong word. It's like it's like a light just going off, and it's like electrical. So like So like
what it's like getting hit, because I don't know how I can't react. Like I feel like it's all mental. It's all based on how much you can take, and then like if you have the will to withstand whatever punch comes your way, then you just keep going.
Because like when you got me at the end of the first, right? Like I watched that shit like 5, 6, 7, 8. Like I didn't see the shit coming. I didn't even know I got hit until I was looking a different direction. Like. And like my balance, like, I didn't like wobble, but it was just like it completely fucked up my equilibrium. Yeah. So it's funny how like that shit can hit you. Like at this point, you're not gonna feel shit, but it's gonna hit you right here, and your whole shit's fucked up. It's right.
Yeah. But also, you guys should probably maybe work on not getting hit. Like, and I'm just being real, because if you want a career, and when I say career, I'm not talking about getting paid for it. I'm talking about just doing it with longevity. You want to have a career, you got to not get hit. You know what I mean? Like, you have to. Your brain can only take so much of that. So the less you get hit.
We both forward fighters. Like, from what I watched, like, we both, like, come at you, get in your face, put the hands on you. So when you're doing that, you're going to be exposed. Like, and we both
you are, and you're not wrong.
Like, we both found those holes, like, frequently. And we was banging on them. Like, so, I mean, if we didn't have the chins that we had, this would have been a 1.5 round fight easily.
It would have. In that first round, in that first couple exchanges, I 100% thought Broly was going out. Bro, you touched him a couple times, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
My boy, but that's what I was trying to do. And I don't know if you noticed that first body shot. Oh my God, I just missed that motherfucker. Me and Broly was talking about that afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's tall, bro. He's gonna catch me a lot. I gotta slow him down somehow. Like,
yeah, you gotta tune that body up a little bit.
Yep. I should have went for the body more. I just kind of after he started catching me, I was just worried about my head.
And while you guys were fighting, did like for me, while I was fighting Lil Zach, my mentality was like, oh fuck, I don't know if I'm winning or losing.
It's Lil Mac.
Oh, Easy Mac. Anyways,
no, ain't nothing easy about that.
Let me get to my question. I was thinking like, damn, I don't know if I'm winning or losing. Like, how were you guys feeling? Were you feeling like you were winning, or did you feel like it was going the other guy's way? Or
so during the first round, I'm gonna say, like up until I got hit, I was like, yo, I'm doing really good so far. Then I was like, I'm not doing good. If he does that shit again, I'm going to sleep. Like, so then after about the third round, I started feeling good again. But I was genuinely worried about taking an
He
L.
said after the third round. That's because it was over, fam.
I meant after the second. after the second. Yeah, that's what.
Everybody feeling good after the third round. It's taco time.
Yeah. I was prepared for the tacos. I ain't even get none. But during the fight,
I got 0 tacos, bro. That's honestly the biggest L I took.
Hey, shout out
that
to
is, bro.
My boy.
Everybody talking about it. Say
my
that
boy,
again.
and I got one.
Facts.
Your boy.
Yo, question for Broly. When I knocked your mouth guard out at the end, were you dizzy at all, or was you completely fine?
I was completely fine. I think it was because I had my mouth open. You had just like popped my mouth and I turned my head.
Y'all was tired.
I was tired more than
fucking
that's why I started
fly.
yelling at I started yelling at who ref that shit. Samke, right? That's how you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gonna see it on the tape. I was like, God damn it. I was like, I could have finished, but nah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it was.
And that was a good stop by Samke because you were, whether you were tired or dazed, you weren't responding. I remember you took that, you're like, bap, and your mouthpiece flew out, and you just kind of stood there for a second.
Yeah, I didn't know it was good.
Hitman was about to demolish you. Like, if he'd have cracked you with that right, Samke was smart for doing that because we have to think fighter safety. But I mean, at the same time,
I put my hand up. I mean, that
nah, bro. Like,
I don't think you did, bro.
That's why
you
I was
literally
like,
was just like this. You were like this. You were just staring, bro.
And what were you thinking during the fight, though, Broly?
During the fight, I think I was thinking, like, in the beginning, I was like, all right, it's a big dude. I mean, like, as far as, like, the muscle mass, like, I knew he had power.
His chest, his big old sexy chest, and his big old sexy arms, like you were telling us earlier.
Like, I don't even know. Anyway, I'm looking at him. I'm sizing him up, right? Like, because at first I'm like, I don't want to size him up. Like, this is not my opponent. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. That's fine. But then we get to knowing that we're going to fight each other. So once we step into the ring, I'm sizing him up. I'm looking at him. He got his shirt off and shit. I'm like, oh, he's big. So, okay. So I'm like, you got that body wide open. That's all I was thinking. Like, I'm like, I'm about to break down that sexy ass body of his.
Put the fattest pause on the screen.
But then
bro, we ain't pausing for shit.
As soon as we came in, man, he got me, and I felt the power that I was prepared for, like, and then he got me with another one, and I really felt it. And you'll see. I think you'll see it if you rewatch it. Like, you'll see me go, okay.
Yeah.
That's when I felt it.
Yeah, I remember that. No, I remember that. Yep.
Okay. And so I'm like,
yeah.
Now it's time, like, we but then I realized that it was kind of evenly matched. And then I saw, like, I kept listening. Like, I wasn't throwing as many combos or rushing as much as I usually do in sparring. And so I realized that I was profusing most of my energy just trying to throw, like, those haymakers or trying to, like, condition and move around in that sand. And that sand, it'll really wear out your legs. So I feel like you'll tire yourself out moving around. You will actually fight it. So, but that's what I was thinking first. Like, I was already tired, like, after that first little barrage of punches. And then I saw openings and I realized, like, and my timing wasn't there. So I'm like, fuck, like, I don't even think I can make it. So it was that shot in the first round when I saw him go down, and that's when I blacked out and I just kept swinging. I didn't hear nobody or nothing. I just kept swinging. I didn't even see Samke jump in there. I'm just like, oh man, like, it was my bad. I'm like, okay. But after that, I thought I had it. And then I realized, like, second round, he came in just as hard as I did. I'm like, okay, I didn't really do shit to him. He may look like that, but he's just as much a warrior as I am, if not more. So, I mean, this guy definitely, he was a force to be reckoned with because I couldn't knock him down. I was throwing as hard as I could. I'm talking, like, I was using, like, that power cross where I just slip in and just drop all of it, just straight into the mouth. And he was still standing. I'm just like,
yo, speaking of all into the mouth, I don't know if you caught that on fucking tape. It's like after the second round or some shit, I go like this. You gonna see me go like, I spit out like a mountain, like a lake of blood comes out of my mouth.
I'm sure one of them camera angles got it. We had like 2 or 3 different camera angles. I'm sure one of them got it.
It's still on my shoe. Like, I've been training in them shits all week. There's still blood on my shoe.
Yeah, I got my blood on. I got my blood on a pair of my shoes too. Yeah, I left that shit.
That shit was a war, bro. Low key, like that's probably the most fun I've ever had boxing. That was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just matched the whole vibe, man. It was a hell of a fucking fight. So,
I feel like
honestly, I got that Kimbo Slice energy. I don't know if it's just coming out west because I'm used to seeing them fight in the backyards out there. But I felt like Kimbo for a minute walking up to your crib. Like, I was like,
no, that's it definitely has that feel.
Yeah, man.
I feel like you each stunned each other. Like it looked like at one point, Hitman, you were kind of like not out on the feet, but you're like he woke you up even though you were
both stunned for sure.
Nah, bro, I was wobbly. I was wobbly.
Yeah, they was both wobbly and stunned. Like each man caught each man.
Yeah, that was
2 or 3 times.
Bro, I don't know if you peeped that in the first round. There's this overhand right that I missed by like a quarter of an inch.
Oh, the one where it went like literally like past my nose.
Yep. Yeah,
bro,
he was backing up. He was backing up to the opposite corner.
Bro, I was like, I put everything into that one. I'm like, yo,
I just looked at it like
quickly.
I can't remember who was standing beside me, but I was like, if he eats one of those, that's a wrap. Like, because I mean, you barely missed.
Bro, it was like half of a nail.
No, if that would have my chin, if it would have got me, I would definitely have went down for sure.
Bro, I had to, man, because I seen the length you had on me, and when we got in the box, like, pause, that shit was way smaller than I thought it would be.
Yeah, we get on a shirt.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just didn't. Like, it felt tiny.
It looks like a decent size. Yeah, it looks like a decent size on camera, but it's not. 14 feet is not a lot. Like I tell people all the time, when you're in there, you're 2 steps from your opponent, no matter where you're at or they're at all times.
Yeah, we right in the pocket the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like OGR, we got that big ass cage, and it's got its own issues. Like it's muddy, but you got room to move around. Like that,
you got room to move.
You got nowhere to go.
Yeah, the Hotbox, it creates bangers. Even if there's not going to be one, it'll make one. Like it put you right on top of each other. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I always say this. A lot. It's like 2 dogs in a dog cage fighting.
Yeah.
Nah, for real. Brought that energy up.
Up there. Hey, they didn't do MMA because of the sand. The sand was kind of shit. We'll fix it though. A couple guys did MMA, but Duvin and Jay Gotham weren't gonna do MMA.
Yeah, MMA in the sand, it can be rough on the kneecaps because that shit's like it's like sandpaper.
And also trying to grapple.
Did your brain just go full circle on that one?
I'm like,
you recognize that shit when it happened. It's like sandpaper.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's some kind of epiphany shit. It's coming straight up.
I've watched that shit just that light bulb click right now. But all right, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys being on, man. I'm glad you had a great time. I'm absolutely hoping you swing back through. July, September, Hotbox is open. In between that, definitely go up to the Smoke Ranch and get you some matches in, man. And congrats again on the performance of the day. You guys killed it.
Yeah, congrats. You guys.
Appreciate you, bro. For real. Yo, I'm definitely coming back. I don't know about this year. That shit was expensive, but I'm definitely gonna put it next year.
Plan on coming back next year, March.
Oh yeah, bro.
March-ish.
And yo, stay tuned. I just signed up last night. I think I'm gonna fight OGR May 6th. So stay tuned.
Ooh,
I don't know if it's for the strap. I don't know what it's for, but I know I'm getting a title shot soon. So next 200-pound champ coming up, bro.
Definitely, we got our eye on you.
Yeah,
man. You Streetbeefs Westcoast fam now, so we'll pay attention.
Yo, man, you heard it here first. I talked about it last night. Wero at Broly. We in the most dangerous division in street beefs. Corner to corner, nothing but killers in every branch. So I don't know what we're gonna do with the
200-pound division.
Something. The 200-pound division goes crazy right now.
Yeah, we should do next year's July Heat Index event. Should just be a straight up multiple branch 190 to 210, 190 to 210. Anybody in that area?
Almost all the big names. I could list a lot.
Straight up tournament.
You got you, 619, Talk, Golden Arms, Hitman. We got me, Showtime, Afro, Fair Play, like
Darkness,
Viking. Like it's a lot of killers.
Yeah. It's huge. And it's funny you say Viking because he's 20, 30 pounds lighter than us. But he still gets in there and cracks with the big boys. So he's definitely invited.
Wait, Viking not 200?
No, he's like 185, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Whatever. Close enough.
He fights like a big.
He looks
man.
heavy.
He can come in. Yeah.
He lost when he cut the beard off. He lost that extra 15.
He did. Yep. All right, gentlemen. You guys have a good night. Appreciate everybody being on the show, man.
Later.
Yeah, love y'all.
Later.
So, thank you.
Later. Yep. Diesel, appreciate you filling in and taking on a new role as producer. In the background, I'm absolutely going to hit you up for the next Locked In here soon. We a little bit behind on Locked In because of these edits, but I got you. You guys
catch up on
stay
some comments
tuned.
real quick.
Yeah.
I saw some comments that I wanted to highlight. I just didn't want to interrupt the flow. Lil Mac says, "Come on now, since I'm doing bare knuckle now, why don't you come down for a darkroom fight then? You're right. You got me on the talking, but that's it. And the spelling." And then he says, afterwards, whose face was bruised up? Darkroom fight, no time limit, bare knuckle. Let's run it then, Lil D.
Lil D.
Lil D.
Yeah,
That's what my friends call me.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I wasn't planning on doing a bare knuckle fight, but
don't do it. Don't do
it. I'll have to think about it.
Don't do it.
MMA gloves boxing, I'm down though for sure. Off top.
Yeah. All right. You got any more comments? Any of you up here? Let me see.
No, that's pretty much it.
Nope. Yep. All right.
Like we said,
good night, guys. You have a great night.
Peace.
Wow, man. Shout out to Hard and Fight. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for?
That's right.